Hello, beautiful! Welcome back to Nat's Beautiful Life. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how I pick books for the book club that I host. It is the Girls Night Out Book Club, and I believe it is linked down below. You can join us in person if you're in the Triangle area of North Carolina. Elsewhere, you can join our Facebook group and chit-chat with us there. You can also put things in comments and stuff like that with me personally if you want. I don't mind. Let's be friends. Okay, so picking books for your book club. The first thing that you need to do is have a book club. If you do not currently have a book club, I will put a link in the description bar about how you can start your own book club. It gives you step-by-step instructions. If you don't want to go that route, if you have a local bookstore, even something like Barnes & Noble's, some of them have them, or they'll be on the like a bulletin board or something somewhere. But you can check that stuff out, and usually your local bookstore, like our local bookstores, we have Page 158 down the street from me. We have Quail Ridge Books in North Raleigh. They have different book clubs for different age groups. My dogs are in the room again, and for some reason they decided to wake up. So that could be happening. You could be hearing dogs. But anyway, so that is a good way to find a book club if you want to be a part of one and you're just not sure. If you'd like to start your own, once again, that video is linked down below. And if you have any suggestions about how to start a book club or how you did it, then put that in those comments and things so we can all learn from it. All right, so picking books for your book club. First thing that I did, and I talk about this in that video, is I picked the first round of books when we started the book club just because there was no one else. After that, we tried the first part of what we do now, and then we wound up with some things. So right now, this is how we do it, and it has worked out best for us. So the first thing you need is a book club. The second thing you need is a coffee cup, a mug, a bowl, something, a bag, and you need little pieces of paper like this. And so what I do is I tell all of my girls to bring 4 book recommendations to the book club meeting where we will be picking books. I've started doing 6 months at a time. It's just easier that way. And it also helps when we have newer members to just be able to give them a list, like this is the next, however many minutes. So that's what we do. And our book club is any genre. So sometimes I'll tell them, like, pick one that's mystery, pick one that's Christmas, pick one that's sci-fi. And many times I'll just be like, everybody just bring some books, whatever you want to read, for each. If they start playing, you're going to hear growling. They're not killing each other. It just sounds like it. Anyway, so I have everybody put their book recommendations on a little piece of paper, and then we choose. I had to stop that foolishness. All right, anyway, so everybody puts their choice into whatever we got going on. If we're at a restaurant or something, I usually have the waitress choose. That way I don't get in trouble for choosing. Yeah, that's another reason why I have everybody else put some input in so that I don't get blamed for picking a bad book. Anyway, so that's what we do. So there are about 8 or 9 people in our book club right now. So we wind up with, 36? I don't do math well. I think that's 36 books. So we do choose 3, because we do 6 months at a time. We choose 3 at random. So just randomly pick out 3. Okay, that's what we got. The rest of the books that are in the cup, I take out myself later, and I take a look at those book choices, and then I also take a look at these. This is book page. This is normally something that most libraries, some independent bookstores, but I think most libraries get these every month. And so every month I get these, I go through, and they have like January. This was a really big book in January. And then they have all kinds of other book recommendations. They even have book club recommendations. And so I take a look at the books that are left over in the cup, and then I kind of compare them with this. And then I look onto Goodreads. And you probably already know what Goodreads is if you read books at all. If not, it's linked down below. My Goodreads is, and you can sign up, follow me, check out books. And anyway, so I look up the books on Goodreads, and I take a look not just at the stars, because there's been some books that have had high stars that were garbage. What I noticed is if you look at the stars, let's say it's 4 stars, and then I scroll down and actually take a look at reviews that readers, not just reviewers, but readers have put on there, I get a better sense of if this is just a hyped up book that was on the cover of something, or if this is a good book and something that we might be interested in reading. And so from those little information, so from like these little books here, and also from the information I get from the Goodreads, then I take from the rest of the pile and I pick 3 more myself, because I am the host of the book club, so I take on that responsibility. So everybody did suggest those books, but like, yeah, I'm putting a little thought in it, because we've had some that, like I said, were high rated on Goodreads that got thrown in because somebody thought it was one thing, but it was totally not that, and it was bad. So that's why I check out the actual reviews instead of just stars, and then go by like what some of these other like reviewers and things say. That being said, that's it. I just compile a list. We pick 3 at random, and then I take the rest of the suggestions, look at Goodreads, look at these, see if anything sticks out at me. I get 3 more, and then I compile a list. And what I normally do is, instead, like let's say we get the 3 out of here, I don't just go like January, February, March. I take a look at what those books are. If we've got a nonfiction, a fiction, a mystery, a love story, I try to break it up so we don't get like 2 nonfiction in the row or 2 mysteries in a row. I try to break it up like that. So January might be nonfiction, February might be a love story, March might be a thriller, things like that, and just kind of break it up that way. That way it doesn't get boring. And plus, since we have like an any genre type book club, that works best for us. If you have a genre-based book club, so I am in a book club with my local bookstore, and that is YA, and it's called Guilty Pleasures, YA for adults. So it's for grown-ups who still like YA stuff. So those books are picked by that host, and she is an actual book reviewer and gets arcs and things like that. So she picks like newer books, and also it helps the bookstore out because you're gonna buy your book from the bookstore if it's the bookstore's book club. And so she picks out like newer ones that have good reviews, and she'll have access to early reviews and things like that. So that's really good. If you have a genre-based book club, you could do kind of the same thing that I do, just within that particular genre. Or you could even just take a look at what trends are, and there's lots of lists and stuff on Goodreads. But I have found for my particular type of book club that this works the absolute best, because I don't get blamed for picking any bad books, because even the 3 that I kind of pick out based on trends and the magazines and the Goodreads, they're still books that were recommended by the group. So yeah. Alright, so I hope that helps you guys out a lot. And if you have any other questions or even any other suggestions about how you guys pick your book club books, or even you could use this to pick your TBR for the next couple of months or for a month or something like that. So just let me know if you have any questions. I am happy to answer any questions, help you out any way I can with starting your book club or choosing books for your book club or book recommendations. Anything at all, I am happy to help you out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure that you subscribe, click the little bell, and I'll see you right here next time on Nat's Beautiful Life. Have a great day, gorgeous.